So I'm checking to check it out. So today I'm gonna do some quick fight predictions on the fights that's going on this weekend today. Obviously, we're gonna talk about the British card. I'm not gonna mention all the fights, but let's go through some of them. Start Shannon Ryan versus Gemma Rueg, whoever we call her. This Shannon Ryan, I think she signed. I think she signed to Anthony Joshua's promotional team or some bullshit like that. Anyway, but she looks the part. She looks good. Yeah, she definitely looks good. Yeah, she looks the part. Looks good, in shape. She presents herself well. Again, this is probably another star they're going to build up. Sky Sports is probably going to build up another star. So we can see her taking the win. I don't know much about her in terms of at all, really. So I'm not really going to bet on what it might be. We might be a KO or not. So we'll just go for the win there. That should be a formality. Talking about Formella versus Chris Kongo. This is going to be an interesting fight. Okay, it's going to be an interesting fight. I like Chris Kongo as a person. Chris Kongo he's a cool dude, man. He's just a cool dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just like everything about him. He's a fucking cool dude. Yeah. So they're calling it a crossroads fight. Obviously, Formella's he's fought Sean Porter, took him to the distance, and he's fought. Who was it? Conor Ben. He fought Conor Ben, and he took him. Did he go the distance with Conor Ben? I can't remember. He might have, but he gave Conor Ben a good fight. So you know what's gonna happen if Chris Kongo does beat him. You know, people are gonna say, "Wow, you know, you went. You know, he's got a little bit of mileage on the clock. He went the full distance with Porter and Conor Ben. He's fighting Conor Ben's leftovers. Blah 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 blah." But I don't really care about that. Chris Kongo is looking to build himself. What do I think might happen? I'm hoping that Chris Kongo wins. He needs to win. He definitely needs to win. I think as long as he stays out of trouble, as long as he doesn't make too many mistakes, he can probably take him out. Because Chris Formella, he can take a punch. So for him to get knocked out will be a statement for Chris Kongo. Okay, that'll be a big statement for Chris Kongo. So money, I'd probably say smart money is probably distance and points. That's what I'm thinking, to be honest. Hopefully it's not a draw or anything like that. Hopefully not. But it might be a points win for Chris Kongo. Like I said, I can't see him knocking him out at all. Can't see it. I'll be surprised if he does. You know, looking at the odds for a knockout for Chris Kongo is not bad. You know, round one. You know, forget about round one, but from like round 3, 50-1, round 4, 33-1, 5, 33-1, 28-1, 25-1, 22-1, so on and so on until round 10. The odds are pretty good for each guy, you know. Obviously, Formella is double that. Like Formella's like 80-1 on round 3, round 4, 80-1, etc., etc. But I'm not too sure about a knockout in that fight, so I'll probably go for Chris Kongo on points. Who else? Vidal Riley versus an ex. Well, I said ex-serviceman, but I think he's still in the military. I think he's still serving. Okay, he's a Fijian guy. Again, I've never seen him before, but from the skills that I've seen Vidal Riley show lately, you know, and he said he's injury free. I'm hoping that, well, it should be a formality again. You should take him out. Don't know about a knockout. You might knock him out towards the end of the late rounds, probably. But the other guy is just not meant to win. You can tell by the odds. You know, 50-1 for the Fijian for decision. You know, Vidal Riley is 1-7 for KO or TKO. Vidal Riley is 9-2 on a decision. Probably smart money to go for a decision for Vidal Riley, or for a late knockout, I'll say, for Vidal Riley. So, any more that I'm really looking forward to see? Jermaine Brown versus Zach Chelly. This is gonna be another one. This is classed as like a 50-50 fight. I don't know too much about Jermaine Brown. I think I've seen a couple of his fights. I've seen a couple of Zach Chelly's fights. Again, Zach Chelly looks good. I can't remember too much about Jermaine Brown, to be perfectly honest. But Jermaine Brown is the big underdog. You know, Jermaine Brown is 10-1 for KO, TKO. Zach Chelly is 10-3 for KO, TKO. Might be interesting. It's gonna be an interesting fight. It might be a firefighter. I think I can see a fighter going down. One of the fighters probably going down from a shot that they might not see. I can probably see it happening, because I think their skill levels are probably near enough the same. So it'd be interesting if someone stops one or the other. But if you want to spend a bit of money, Jermaine Brown, you know, there's some good odds for him. You know, some good odds for Jermaine Brown if you want to put money on, and some good odds as well for Zach Chelly if you're looking for a knockout, both of them. But I'm not too sure about that, so I'm probably gonna lean on the fence there. I'm not too sure exactly how that's gonna go, so I'm not really gonna make any predictions about that one. Who else that I'm interested in seeing? Obviously, the main event, Richard Riakporhe versus Fabio Turchi. Again, I don't know who that guy is. Fabio Turchi, and I've heard of him before. So, you know, again, he looks like a formality for Richard Riakporhe. The odds are on the favourite by a mile. Fabio Turchi is, you know, again, the odds just not looking for him to win at all, you know. Again, if you got money to burn, nothing wrong with sprinkling a few money on some of the rounds for Fabio Turchi, because a lot of them are 100-1 or 80-1. Decision for Fabio Turchi is 14-1. You know, if you want to throw a bit of money around just in case. There's no money in Richard Riakporhe getting a TKO, 2-5. So you're not making no money back on that. 2-5 for TKO. So let's say you put £2 back, you get £2.80. So you're gonna get 80 pence back. Is it worth it? No. To be perfectly honest, I wouldn't even put any money on that at all. For decision, for Richard Riakporhe, decision 11-4. Again, if you want to put some, you know, smart money on, £2 will get you £7.50 back. But apparently this is not meant to go to the scorecards, you know. Richard Riakporhe has been labelled, he's been looking, you know, he's been labelled as like someone who'd been knocking somebody out. So again, not too sure about a decision, to be honest. Well, I don't know how tough this dude is, you know, Fabio Turchi. I don't know anything about him. He could be tough. He might take him 12 rounds. To be honest, I'm not too hot on that Richard Riakporhe, you know. I know that they're trying to bring him through. They're trying to bring him through and all that, but I don't know. I'm not really too hot on the guy. So I couldn't really care less, really, what happens. I wouldn't put no money down on that anyway, you know. If I was going to, I'd probably put money down on a decision. That's probably about it. That's what, you know. Well, obviously, if you believe in Richard Rapoport's power, then you might want to do some round bettings where the odds are a bit better. Nothing, in fact, nothing spectacular, but they're a bit better. And last but not least, Daniel Dubois versus Trevor Bryan. Again, we ain't seen too much of Trevor Bryan. Daniel Dubois is odds-on favourite by a long while, a long shot. Daniel Dubois is 1-20. 1-20. Fuck, you know. You ain't getting no money back on that. 12-11 for a TKO or KO. No money on that. Decision, 5-1. Okay, cool, reasonable. But, you know, the way the way the betting market's looking, that this fight is just, Daniel Dubois is gonna knock him out at some point. Because Trevor Bryan is 100-1. If you want to go for round betting, from round 1 to round 12, Trevor Bryan is 100-1. Again, if you want to put a little 50p on some of them rounds, why not? You know, because who knows what happens? You know what I mean? If Trevor, I've seen a couple of Trevor Bryan's highlights. He's got a decent jab. If he sticks at that jab, then he could carry Daniel into the later rounds. Will it keep him off him? I don't know. To be perfectly honest, I don't know if it'll keep him off him. But Trevor Bryan's got a good jab, better than Daniel Dubois. It'd be interesting to see if Daniel Dubois got any more has worked on his head movement. I'm not too sure about that. Again, this could be a good fight to see. If it goes a fair while, if it goes at least halfway, it'd be interesting to see what Daniel Dubois will learn and go from there. But again, Daniel Dubois odds-on favourite to win. Smart money is to go by the rounds. You know, most people think he's gonna knock him out. So the smart money is to put money on for the round betting. So yeah, that's about it really. It'd be very interesting if Trevor Bryan takes him 12 rounds, and it'll be devastating if Trevor Bryan knocks him out. If Trevor Bryan knocks him out, bro, that could be the beginning. That could be the beginning to the end of Daniel Dubois, to be honest, because he's had 2 major losses when he wasn't supposed to. He wasn't supposed to lose to Joe Joyce, and he damn it sure to lose to Trevor Bryan. So who knows? Who knows? You know, corrupt boxing is. You know, Frank Warren probably slipped in the Bryan envelope. Trevor Bryan, after a few rounds, if Daniel clips you with a shot, stay down. You can see that happening because they want to get Daniel Dubois' confidence back up. So, we see this in boxing a lot. It's very corrupt. If it's on the up and up, and Trevor Bryan produces a better performance than the highlights that I've seen, again, he may take him to the later rounds, but I think Daniel Dubois might still get him, to be perfectly honest. So, really, if I was a betting man, I'd probably bet from round 4 or 5 onwards for Daniel Dubois, to be perfectly honest. That's what I'd probably do. But yeah, that's about it really. No other fights on today. So yeah, I'm just looking through. Did I mention Emily Jones and Beck Connolly? Can't remember. If it didn't, but anyway, Beck Connolly again is just a gatekeeper really now. I've seen her last fight; she was getting peppered with fucking jabs by, was it Sky Nelson or something? Her name is that Skybird. She was getting peppered by a jab, and her face was getting hammered. And it's unfortunate because Beck Connolly she's a good. I mean, she's not. No, Beck Connolly is a sound girl. Like, if you see her interview, she's always smiling, Always got time for the cameras and that. You know, she seems like a really cool, down-to-earth girl. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, her boxing ability doesn't match it. Unfortunately, so she always gets punishment. And to be honest, I don't want to see her get too much punishment, man, because she takes a lot of flush shots to the head, and it'd be very sad to see her like quit and not have her faculties intact, because she's a very, you know, she's cool, you know, she's got a nice personality and that, and that's what, you know, that's what we want in boxing. You know, compared to some of the other female fighters like her opponent Ebony Jones. Again, she's just come onto the scene, so she's probably a bit shy, but she doesn't really have a personality like Beck Connolly. I think Beck Connolly and... Okay, I'm trying to think of the female fighters in the UK. Beck Connolly, Shannon Courtney, what's her name? Ebony... Is it Ebony Bridges? But, well, she's Australian, but them three have got like a real big personalities. You know, so that's, you know, so yeah, but again, Beck Connolly is not, again, from what I've seen of her, man, she's very slow, and she's not first, like she's not first to the, you know, to the punch. She's not first all the time. She'll get peppered with like 1 or 2 punches, and then she'll react, and she'll be way off. She'll be too far out, because by the time she's got a jab or a couple of shots into her face, the opponent's already stepped back out, and then she reacts then, and she misses all the time. So unless something crazy goes on this fight, Ebony Jones is going to win it. She's a seasoned amateur. She used to be in the army as well, from what I remember. So money's on her to win. Not good money though for a decision. There's no money. 8-11 for decision for Ebony Jones. A pound back will get you 72p, so £1.72. Again, there's no money in that. I wouldn't really want to bet on that anyway, to be honest. Can I see Ebony Jones TKOing her or KOing her? Not really. Because again, Beck Connolly, she can take a punch, but it depends if the ref steps in, you know. The ref may step in, so it's only a 6-rounder. But anyway, that wraps up the fights I want to talk about, and that's it. I'm out.